What a game for the Chargers. Seriously, this one just felt different, right? I mean, we've seen them come close in the past only to let it slip away in those crunch time moments. But not this time. Against the Bengals, they showed up, made plays, and walked away with what I'd call a franchise-altering win. Yeah, it was that big. And hey, if that wasn't already enough good news for you, guess what? The Chiefs finally lost. I'm not hurting the Chiefs' kingdom, but, it's like the perfect storm for Chargers fans. The gap in the AFC West just got a little tighter, and suddenly things are looking really interesting in the playoff race. It felt like a turning point. You know that sense of, oh, here we go again? Gone. This team is playing with a new kind of energy, like they've finally left those old Chargers behind. So, what's next? Let's talk about why this game matters so much. Trust me, there's a lot to unpack. What's up, buddies? Welcome back. If you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We cover all AFC West news here on this channel. Alright, I guess we should talk about the game itself first because, wow, this one had it all. The Chargers came out swinging, jumped to an early lead, and just kept pushing. But let's be honest, there were moments where you thought, uh-oh, is this where it falls apart? Because let's face it, that's been the script in the past, hasn't it? Get the lead, play well, and then something weird happens. A fumble, a missed kick, a late-game collapse. But not this time. This game felt different. The Bengals, man, they threw everything they had at the Chargers. Joe Burrow was out there slinging it, making plays, and their backs were against the wall. They needed this win just as much as the Chargers did. But here's the thing. The Chargers didn't blink. They stayed in it, made plays when it mattered, and that big run at the end, did you notice? That sealed it. Why am I giving so much hype to this win? This win wasn't just against any ordinary team either. Let's not forget, this is a team that was in the Super Bowl just a couple of years ago. So, for the Chargers to step up in a game like this and close it out, that's what makes this one feel so monumental. In my opinion, Jim Harbaugh has done great with this team. Seriously, this is a whole new vibe for the Chargers. Think about where they were a few years ago, coaching changes, inconsistency, and that constant feeling of, yeah, we're good, but something's missing. Harbaugh has come in and flipped the script. This guy has brought a sense of belief. Like, when's the last time you felt like the Chargers had an identity, a culture? You can see it in how they play now. There's no panic, no second guessing, just confidence. And look, it's not like the road to this point has been easy. We've seen coaches like Brandon Staley, Anthony Lynn, and Mike McCoy try to steady the ship, but let's be real. It always felt shaky. Harbaugh, though, he's given this team something they haven't had in years: stability. You can feel it in the way they respond in tough moments, like in this game against the Bengals. This is what good leadership looks like. It's not about making smart plays or calling the right schemes. It's about getting the team to buy in. And the Chargers? They're bought in. They're playing like they know they belong in the conversation with the league's best. And that's the Harbaugh effect right there. All right, coming back to the game again, let's talk about the offense. They played a major role in the win. And it's not just Justin Herbert, though the guy is playing lights out. It's the weapons around him, too. For the first time in what feels like forever, it's like the Chargers actually have playmakers stepping up all over the place. Quinton Johnston, for example, a few weeks ago, people were ready to write this guy off, calling him a bust. And now, he's out there catching touchdowns, making big plays, and reminding everyone why he was a first-round pick. Then you've got Ladd McConkey. What a game from him. 6 catches for 123 yards. Can you believe this? This guy is proving he's not just a solid option, but someone who can take over a game. And do not forget about the running game. It's finally coming together. They're finding their rhythm, and that balance is opening up everything else. You can see it in Herbert's confidence. He's spreading the ball around, taking shots downfield, and trusting these guys to make plays. This is what we've been waiting for, right? An offense that isn't just about 1 or 2 stars, but a full group of guys stepping up when their number is called. It's the kind of depth you need if you're serious about making a playoff run. And if this is just the beginning, man, the rest of the league better watch out, because this Chargers offense is looking dangerous. In my opinion, the defense didn't play as well as they did in previous matches. They gave up 27 points, that's more than what we've been used to seeing from them this season. However, they still played a significant role in securing the win. Joe Burrow and the Bengals were coming in hot. This wasn't some struggling offense, this was one of the better units in the league. And yeah, Burrow made his plays, but the Chargers defense found ways to answer. Key stops in the red zone, it's that complementary football we always talk about. The offense does its part and the defense backs it up. Sure, they bent a little, but they didn't break. And when the game was on the line, they delivered. That's what separates the good teams from the great ones. Knowing how to step up in those pressure-packed moments. No doubt, this defense has been consistent all year. They're not flashy, and they get the job done. They're physical, disciplined, and now they're showing they can hang with the best offenses in the league. If they can keep building on this, especially against tough opponents, it's going to be a huge factor down the stretch. This group is proving they're more than just a support act. They're a key part of why this team is winning. Now take a look at the bigger picture, because this win, it's not only about beating the Bengals. It was important, and Chargers won it, and now they are officially into the AFC West and the playoff race. First off, the Chiefs losing? Huge. I mean, let's be real. They've been running the division for years now, and for the Chargers, it always felt like they were playing catch-up. But now, suddenly, that gap doesn't feel so big. 2 games behind, and with the way the Chargers are playing, you can't help but think, maybe, just maybe, this race isn't over yet. If the season ended today, the Chargers are in. They're sitting at the 5 seed, and honestly, they're in a really strong position. They've beaten some tough teams, and their record shows they're not just scraping by, they're earning it. But here's the fun part, they're not done. The back half of the season is wide open, and if they keep this momentum going, they could not only lock in a playoff spot, but maybe even make a run for the division. So where do the Chargers go from here? That's the big question, right? Because this win, it's huge, but it only matters if they can build on it. And looking at the rest of the season, you've got to feel optimistic. The schedule isn't going to get any easier. They've got more tough games ahead, and let's not forget, the Chiefs aren't going to sit back and let the division slip away. But here's the thing. If the Chargers keep playing like this, who's going to stop them? They've shown they can hang with the best, and now it's about proving they can do it week in and week out. All right, let's bring this all together. If you're a Chargers fan right now, you've got to be feeling pretty good. I mean, this isn't just about one win. It's about what this win represents. The team is finally shaking off the old narratives, stepping up in big moments, and showing the kind of resilience we've been waiting for. But let's hear from you. What was your favorite part of this game? Was it that game-sealing run at the end? Or maybe seeing guys like Quinton Johnston and Ladd McConkey finally break out? And how about that defense, holding strong when it mattered most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious what stood out to you the most. And hey, let's not forget the bigger picture. The Chiefs losing, the playoff race heating up, there's so much to be excited about. Do you think this team has what it takes to catch Kansas City? Can they make a deep playoff run? Let me know your predictions. This season is shaping up to be something special, and the Chargers are right in the middle of it. So, if you're as hyped as I am, make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button, and join the conversation. Because trust me, things are just getting started. I'll see you all in the next one.